Okay, I wanted to just mention a couple more things with subjunctive, because when you're teaching English, you very often forget one small nuance, and I forgot number 4, and I don't want to forget anything. I want you to know all the rules with subjunctive. So we've already mentioned that he or she plays goes to he play in subjunctive, am is are goes to be, was goes to were, but I didn't mention that didn't mention, don't mention, doesn't mention goes to not mention in subjunctive. And I did mention this, that present hypotheticals are used, they use past simple or continuous, like second conditional, which is a present hypothetical. And past hypotheticals use past perfect, like third conditional, which is a past hypothetical. But this is really for I wish, and it's high time, imagine, those kind of forms, which are also subjunctive. This is subjunctive as well. But you very often see the word that in subjunctive. It is vital that, it's important that, it's essential that, we insist that, we suggest that, we ask that, we require that, we request that, we demand that, we insist that. So that's how you want to understand subjunctive. That's how I understand it. I consider it the that form, because I could say I asked you to make me a cup of tea. Or I could say, I ask that you make me a cup of tea, and that would be subjunctive. And so we see this very often on business emails, in my opinion. You very often see it on business emails. And so it's something that you might want to learn for work. But let me give you some quick examples of all 5 of these. So he demanded that she, and I'm going to use she so that you can definitely see the subjunctive. He demanded that she, how about she be responsible for, I don't know, the children on the school trip. That she be responsible for, and notice it says she be, not she is. So there we go. That's an example of number 2. But we could also say, we insist that, I'm going to use he or she again just because I need to, really. We insist that he be reprimanded for his behaviour. Yeah, there's another one with be. He be reprimanded for his behaviour. Or we insist that he reprimand his subordinates. Yeah, he reprimand and not reprimands. Yeah. He reprimand his subordinates. It means punish, by the way. We insist that he punish his subordinates. We insist that he be punished. Yeah, I'm trying to show you number 1 and number 2. And I think I have with he demanded that, we insist that. Now, was going to were is very common in second conditional. If I were rich, yeah, if I were rich, I would buy myself a beautiful yacht. Something like that. And this is also an example of number 5. I wish I were rich. Yeah, is a present regret, but I wish I had gone to university is a past regret. And for present regrets, we use past simple, just like second conditional. And for past regrets, we use past perfect, just like third conditional. But what about number 4? And this is really why I've done this lesson. Well, if you want to make it negative, you do it like this. If we want to make any of these negative, something like this. Our firm suggests that the client not arrive. Now look at that. Our firm suggests that the client not arrive earlier than 3 o'clock. Yeah, let's say that, earlier than 3. Now look at that, not arrive. It's not the client doesn't arrive, the client didn't arrive, you know, because it might be our firm suggested that the client not arrive earlier than 3. We insist that the buyer not pay, yeah, the bill until, yeah, and so it's this, we demand that, we insist that, we suggest that. How about the Prime Minister, the PM, I'm going to just put, the PM recommended, yeah, that And I can think of some terrible things that he recommended. The PM recommended that, I don't know, that the population not panic. The population, very unlikely from our PM, but the population not panic. Look at that, just not panic. Yeah, and so this is number 4. This is what I wanted to show you, some examples with number 4. But I hope that that's reminded you that we need subjunctive, or we use subjunctive when we say we requested that, we asked that, we demanded that, we suggested that, we recommended that, or even it's important that, it's vital that, it's essential that, it's necessary that, we propose that. Yeah, this is when we use subjunctive. So I think that's very important. Never forget the word that with subjunctive. It's nearly always there. And remember how the forms change with subjunctive. Don't forget your I wish forms as well with present hypotheticals and past hypotheticals. And if anybody is not sure, I know how little information there is on this topic. I really do. I know that there are very few exercises online as well. I really do. So I have sympathy. And so if you are not sure whether you should be using subjunctive or should not be using subjunctive, please ask under the video and I will be delighted to help. Please ask in the Q&A section and I will always answer those questions. And I like it when I get a very precise question on a very tricky piece of grammar because it makes me think, and I like thinking about language. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. Please try the questions below and I will see you all soon.